And so we're going to spend some time on LinkedIn today looking at people or company profiles. And one thing that we've noticed, hey, John, can you share your screen? One thing that we've noticed on LinkedIn is that
Yeah.
unlike, say, Twitter or even Facebook, it's not intuitive how you find trending topics on LinkedIn. Because our
Yes.
idea today was to find a trending topic and then look at sort of, the things that are getting the most traction there, or the posts or the people who are getting the most traction. But it's not immediately obvious how to do it.
Not immediately.
I think, John, 1 second here. I
Yeah.
think, thank you for putting that on the screen. If you blow this up a bit, if you scroll down, if you're on your main page,
Yep.
right, and you scroll down a bit and look on the left, you can see like discover more. See that on the left, at the bottom left?
Yeah.
So you click on discover more, and then you need to go to hashtags on the bottom of that list.
Okay. Hey, look at that.
And then you have some options. So
Yes.
then you can just pick one that is probably appropriate for this audience, and we can go in from there.
Got one that you like?
Well, I would stick with marketing, but you could do content, or small business owners might be fun. Entrepreneur might be fun.
Let's do small business owners.
Sure.
Originally, I was thinking content just because we've been talking a lot about it lately, but
Right.
small business owners would be good.
Anything come up?
Let's see. Joining dots for businesses. Mike Anderson.
Your screen isn't. Did you open a new tab or something? Because if you shared a tab, we're not seeing it.
You're not saying it? Hang on, let me stop sharing and reshare. Try to reshare. Thought I could move around within the same tab. We can do that in a lot of the other things. I'm trying not to share my entire screen because I got a lot of tabs open.
A lot of tabs. You always do have so many
I
tabs.
know. Well, I was working on a lot of stuff this morning before the show.
Yeah.
So we are in. Let's see. Hopefully this is the right. There we go. Okay. So I was just bumping down through here and I saw a couple things that looked interesting to me for,
Yeah, let's dig into it.
yeah. So I was
What
thinking,
jumps out at you?
well, I saw this nice little photo here of Mike Anderson. Um, Interesting kind of thing that he said here. I've always liked to join the dots, and being a people person made that easy. I just kind of said, hey, maybe we should see what Mike Anderson does. Shall we?
Sure.
And can you see that?
He's in the UK.
There we go. It has kind of a very light profile.
Yeah.
Let's get some videos. A lot of posts.
What's it,
Very
that
small.
section?
Wow.
Can you expand that?
Which part?
No, that's good. I spent it's hard little it's a little small and hard to read for me, like a bit blurry because of the sharing.
Yeah.
So I've spent many years mastering the art of dot to
Dot
dot.
to dot, it says. Whatever that means.
Can you go ahead and read that?
Yeah. So he says, I spent many years mastering the art of dot to dot. My experience comes from leading in media, both or and tech, both at boardroom level and a small room with three guys and an idea. Done a lot, seen a lot, and learned a lot. And as a result, I now share that experience working with businesses large and small to help them move faster, identify opportunities and markets, introduce small tech and methodology, and execute revenue generating ideas at pace. He likes to use a lot of hands. In
Yeah.
all cases, my interest is in helping businesses join the dots, embrace change, look forward, leverage imagination and ideas, and support that progress through innovation. Currently working with High 55 Ventures, Concise Media, FTI Consulting, and others. Always delighted to have a cup of tea and a chat. Sounds like a normal Brit.
Yeah,
But I bet you would make a lot of writing changes there.
I would make some structural changes
Yeah,
and some writing changes. At a minimum, I would have taken the where he talks about, let's see, basically like the positive future element, right? Move faster, identify. I would have moved that right to the very front, like the
yeah,
very first sentence.
yep.
And so then I know immediately, instead
What
of
he
like
was.
wandering through 30, 40 words of him talking about him, I would know if this was for me.
Yeah, and mastering the art of dot to dot is not like it's kind of like the other day we had a woman who calls herself the business, is it the business optometrist or something along that line, which is a terrible name, but it's the idea behind it is to,
Right.
you know, I help people see things in their business.
Yeah. The phrase for this is too cute by half or too clever by half, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure it makes him happy to read that and it made him happy to think of it. And we all
Hmm.
have those things where we look at ourselves and we go, that's pretty good. Good job.
Hmm.
Pat yourself on the shoulder. But I mean, if you come back to it the next day, it's like, it's something that I would have to explain. And
Yes.
it's not something that it doesn't belong in the first line unless you're going to spend a lot of time crafting that as a sort of a mini headline so you can convey everything you need to convey in a very small number of words.
Right. Right.
Right.
And it seems like this is it has so much stuff that's redundant that you could just almost cut it in half.
Mm. And then I'm just curious. Do you see
Yeah.
just below that? Do, there's no logo for his company,
No.
but he's been in the media business his whole career. I would have thought there'd be a logo there.
Yeah, some kind of logo.
So
But the one that's most recent is not. There's no logo.
right, and that's his company.
Right.
Can you? Okay, so let's go on up. I mean, we don't want to pick it apart. There are always good things in every profile, or
Of course.
most. Right. I think he does a great job on his own profile photo.
Yep. Does a very good job on his own
He
profile.
looks happy. He looks friendly. He looks like someone you can talk to, which
Oh,
is, that goes a long way.
I think the dot is his business,
Yes.
and so now that makes a little bit more sense.
Right.
Going dot to dot.
But the fact that you didn't get it from the about section just means it should have,
It
like,
should have.
it shouldn't be
Yeah.
his lead in.
Exactly.
So let's see: executive coaching, life coaching, negotiation management consulting, financial advisory, advertising. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of
There's a lot of
fields.
stuff. That's. I think that is probably because what was his present? What was his previous position? He was a senior advisor consultant, CEO business and again advisor to the CEO consultant.
Right.
So he sounds like a guy who's been on a lot of boards and a lot of consultant to a lot of people, and has a pretty good generalist background in a lot of areas of business.
What happens if you play one of those videos?
Yeah, I was wondering that because they're.
I want to see if the sound comes through and stuff.
Oh, there we
You have
go.
to turn on the speaker, like click on the thing on the video.
Yeah.
That they were doing it right and they were doing it frequently enough, and I describe it a bit like this, if the worst thing in the world is for people to go and look at your presence in social and see that you haven't been posting for a while, right? It's a bit like walking into a shop and discovering that the light bulbs don't work. Therefore, you become less attractive to either do business with or indeed to attract talent to
Mike is
yourself.
speaking my
With a poor
language.
presence socially that's not professional, it can be quite damaging in a
What
whole
is
host
that
of different
music?
ways.
Yeah, I can't say I'm keen on the music. Oops.
Just so we're clear, a high pitch undulating whine does not belong in anyone's video except a
No,
horror movie or a thriller.
exactly. And even then,
All right, so let's go look at what Mike's posting. Mike clearly is an advocate for posting regularly. He just said so.
yeah, and he,
What's his activity?
some of the things that I hear coming out of his mouth are things that I would say.
Yeah. Some of the things coming out of his mouth, I'm pretty sure I've heard you say.
I'm pretty sure you probably have too. So let's see, activity for posting. Let's see, we've got a look back over 2022 for Dot and all the exciting plans going forward.
I'm just more curious about the frequency. If we click on all activity, like how often does Mike post?
Let's show up activity.
Mike,
One day,
there's a video talking about how you have to post regularly and often. So
seems to be pretty frequently.
it's good.
One day, 6 hours ago, 21 hours ago, day ago,
There you go.
day ago. So
Is it
Mike,
just a bunch of, well, I mean, is he creating anything or is he just sharing stuff?
no, some of it looks like he's created, and some of it is shared. So a combination of both. Nobody says you have to constantly create all your own stuff.
Yeah.
But it looks like a decent combination of the two. So that's good. I couldn't agree with Mike more. That's one of my common pet peeves is that people don't post frequently enough, and
I don't, for sure. Well, for
and then of course it's one of the things we help is posting more frequently.
Right.
Because once you get it set up and you get it scheduled, it's really quite easy. It doesn't take much. So yeah, a little bit of a combination of he's posting his own stuff and sharing some things. So it's good.
Well done, Mike Anderson.
Yeah, very well done. I like the video.
Put a logo in for your own company. You clearly have a logo. It's right on the building there.
Yep. The only thing that, like I said, the music.
Yeah, get rid of that music. Oh my God.
The music's got to go. Let's see. Anything else you'd like to take a peek at?
It really is. I mean, if you've never made a video where you had to lay in a music track or something, it's astounding how the very same video clip has it makes a very different impression depending on which music track you put in.
It does. You know what? Let's play another and see if he makes the same kind of musical faux pas.
Well, I hope it's not the same song and he just plays it on all his videos.
That would be pretty awful.
To sum up Biz Social, we've done a lot of thinking. We've met a lot of people. We've scoured the market for talent, ideas, methodology. So we've taken that bit out.
Hired someone to do this, right?
We
you get the two
understand
angles.
best practice, and therefore
there's the second angle.
We can do it for you.
Yep.
And to sum it up, it's a full service, and we can be deployed immediately and have an impact immediately and agree outcomes-based solutions for the service.
Come on.
A little less whiny on that one.
But if this one's older, that means that he's trending to more whiny.
Yes.
Not less.
Maybe.
All right. Yeah, I would. Can you play the last 4 or 5 seconds of that video?
Hang on a second.
Does he use that sound to sort of have the O punctuate the dot in his logo? Is that what he's doing?
Wait, where is this?
Pick any of those videos. Pick the one you just played, the second one. And play the last 5 seconds of it. No, the other one.
Oh, the other one is. Hold on. This is the one I just played in the last 5 seconds. So I played this one, I think.
Yeah, go ahead. Play the last 5 seconds.
To sum up Biz Social, we've done a lot of thinking.
Fine.
Outcomes-based solutions for the service.
No. So even that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of that sound. Now, here's the thing, right? If that sort of climbing tone had finished with the O getting the green dot in it, the way that it does on
Mm,
the side of his building. So like,
right.
and then that it turned green. You could make an argument,
You could make it work.
right?
Yeah.
That it's almost an animation by combining one color change in one part with the music. You see how it is
Hmm.
right there in his banner profile, in his banner picture,
Yep. I
right?
do.
But if he had done that, then I mean, you could give someone some leeway. But like, why play an unpleasant sound that everyone has to listen to for no reason?
Indeed.
Okay,
Indeed, you do. So, what do you want to look at next?
let's go back and see who was sort of second after Mike.
Okay. Let's see who was after Mike.
Right, Mike's fairly solid here, I think.
I think so. Nothing. A little bit of Nicole Savino, personal organizer for your small business. Let's check out Nicole.
Sure. I've never heard of a personal organizer for a small business.
I haven't either, but I could see that. Believe me, I've seen some messy businesses that need organization.
It's taking a long time to load that page.
A very long time to load that page.
Tampa.
Yep.
Only 181 connections, so not very active on LinkedIn.
Not very active on LinkedIn at all.
Like it's like LinkedIn is going out to try to find the things that belong on this page and load them in.
Something. I think a lot of this is Restream always seems to take a lot out of us loading on.
I don't see how one would affect the other. I mean,
Dan,
if you
Dan,
could see a fully
Dan,
fleshed out page, but we were waiting for it to load, I'd say that's Restream. But this is all LinkedIn. Can you just like hit the do? What are you
yeah.
on, Windows or Mac?
I'm on Windows.
Right. So Control R. Let's force a refresh. See if we get anything. There we go.
Here we go.
Sometimes LinkedIn loses the plot.
Yep.
Okay. How's our activity? How old are those?
Let's just look in general here. This one was 3 hours ago.
Right.
This was 3 hours ago.
How's she posting so much?
This is
Only
Sam.
181 followers.
Oh, this is all the same post.
What?
4 of all the same post.
Okay. On the same day?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's odd.
No, it's not odd. She's gotten some advice that says you should post multiple times a day because different people will see it.
Maybe. This one was a week ago. So the next one, so she's supposed to have 4 times today and then not since a week ago. Oh, this was 13 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
This was 3 days ago. That's 2 months. 2 months ago, edited.
Got it.
2 months ago.
Okay.
So it doesn't look like terribly frequently.
So managed to get sort of like number 2 on that hashtag trending slot, at least while in the moment that we looked at it.
Yep.
But not actually very active. What is her? Can you go back to her about section?
I certainly can.
Control left arrow would do that, by the way.
Let's see, where is my? There you go. About.
Founder and chief strategist. Wow, that's the whole thing. Right on. Strong leader and project manager, expert in streamlining communication channels, managing project execution, and directing the design and curation of establishing a brand's internal and external voice. Okay. Corporate culture degree. Oh, corporate culture designer. Curator of experiential branding. Like I said, it's very small and blurry.
Yeah, within the hospitality sector and beyond. People's operations and employee engagement specialist asked me how I can streamline your business processes. So it's a lot of need for that. I like I actually like corporate culture designer. There's a lot of interest right now in corporate culture.
Yeah.
I had been dealing with some poor corporate culture myself lately from other places, so I know how important it is.
Well, I mean, this is just an information dump,
Yeah,
right?
it
And
could use some more structure to it
she
for
talks
sure.
about herself, in a very complimentary tone, which obviously is expected in what everyone does, right? No one comes up. the no one. The first two words of no one's LinkedIn about section is "I suck."
Right.
That's it's not going to happen. I should do a search on that later, see if it comes up. But I mean, it's just an information dump, right? There's nothing. If I was going to just offer even one small bit of advice here,
Mm-hmm.
it's that there's it's not about the reader doesn't read this seeing themselves in what she writes. They don't see really their negative present. They don't see their positive future. They don't see themselves. It's just not till the very end, which is "ask me how," which is like the
Right.
and I don't mean this to be like mean or malicious. It's just technically how you would phrase it if you're a copywriter. It's lazy writing.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. If I am a what did she call herself again? A business organizer.
Yeah,
And I worked on streamlining um, processes and all that. I would think that she would have taken the same
right.
thing.
This is a junk
Yeah,
drawer approach
yeah,
to an about section.
yeah.
Everything's just tossed in there. Right. It should give the impression that she's like warm and friendly and great at working with your people, but super organized and drives towards that goal.
Yes.
Instead, it's just like blah and sort of throws up in there, right?
Yep.
And so, yeah,
Exactly.
those are the two sort of takeaways from that. One, it doesn't give the tone that someone is super organized and helps, design and organizes small businesses. And secondly, it's all about her and nothing about the client. And we have like, it's not the first time we've said this, right? People have a thimble full of attention for you talking about yourself and an ocean full of attention for you talking about them.
Right.
Why fight that?
Exactly.
Okay. That's Nicole. I like her. I like that she staked out a color, right? She's got that sort of burnt orange, burgundy kind of thing going on in her logo, and then she's sort of sticking with that with I think a yellow accent. Can you scroll up to her banner? Oh, we lost John again. This happens occasionally because John's internet, which apparently he says is fantastic gigabyte AT&T provided. John, man, your internet is so bad.
The good news is
Almost every time we do this, your internet fails.
I've got it pseudo fixed. We've figured out what's wrong, and they're improving that within the next week. So hopefully
Okay.
it can stop. I know it's been terrible lately. I don't know what in the world has happened to it, but anyway.
So are they replacing the cans at either end of the string, or are they replacing the string in between the cans?
Well, it's a little more technical than that, but
We'll see.
a little too much to get into in this conversation. But needless to say, it's kind of like anything these days. There's a lot of poor infrastructure that's now getting improved.
Right.
And when I talked to the technician yesterday, he said something about 4-bit cards being replaced, or four channel cards being replaced to 8-channel cards. So
In the modem?
no, outside in like where they're in, what's the word
Sure.
I want? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, where they
Yeah.
start from.
Whatever the local CO
Provisions.
or closet
Provision.
or something that they've got.
The
somewhere.
provisioning stations
Crazy.
is crazy.
Dr.
Speaking
V,
of
You came just in
he
time.
just dropped and came back.
okay, was it restream?
Again. No,
You know-
John's internet.
Oh,
Again.
John, wait, but he just got that big super. Oh, he doesn't have the super cable. These Cat 8.
Not yet.
Go get the $50 a month T-Mobile fixed wireless thing and get it over with, will you?
It won't. It won't work.
I thought
It
he
won't
had
work in my house.
No?
No, see, I'm in a funny place. So I live in New Hampshire, and I'm down in like a little bit of a mountain valley
Okay.
kind of deal. And so the internet signal from cellular doesn't necessarily get down into the valley real well. So the way they handle that is my wireless actually comes through my regular internet. So
Right.
you can see why.
Time to move.
Wait, you're on T-Mobile or AT&T?
I'm on T-Mobile.
All right. So
I
what?
was on AT&T.
You have like a little. You mean like you're doing Wi-Fi based calling in your home, or you're doing Fem-to-Cell, where you've got like a separate hardware
I
device?
got a separate little hardware.
So you're doing a Fem-to-Cell. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
So, can you go back to sharing that screen? It's
maybe.
before you dropped. We're making a couple of last comments about Nicole. If it's not going to break the internet for you, sure.
By the way, last week we couldn't get our streaming software to work either. So we had to go. We had
Not the streaming software. The streaming software, other than sometimes not providing video, it's fairly rock solid.
Huh. Well, then
Unless
we
it
have
was the streaming software, we'd all be having trouble at the same time. Or I've never had trouble. Okay, good. So we were at Nicole's place.
We were.
I'm late to the party.
Nicole is a small business organizer.
Okay.
What happened? Did we lose her?
We lost her.
Oh, Nicole.
Yeah, I'm in a different spot. Sorry.
Okay.
This looks interesting. How about Louis Alexander, adventurer?
Sure, let's do it real quick.
Let's
running out of time.
He's a UKer, so a guy from the UK.
Fuck.
Hey, that's what some people say.
No, just pronouncing.
He's pretty active.
Yeah, what's his about section? What does he say about himself? Who is he?
Where's his about? About
wow.
the boot.
He puts his own age in there.
Wow. It's pretty cool, though.
Endeavor, it's one world first. Raise for charity and support, blah, blah, blah. The question is it good to speak in the third person when you're social?
No.
I
mean, it just strikes me as odd.
And this is a friend of our friend Mark Jeffrey, or this is somebody who was commented on or reposted by Mark Jeffrey.
I gotcha.
So that's why I thought, let's take a look and see what Mark Jeffrey's reposting.
He's a full-time adventurer.
I like the title.
Well, before that, he was an ambassador, whatever that is.
There's nothing in this I wouldn't rewrite. Nothing.
No.
How about the URL?
The Body Lab.
Ambassador for the Body Lab. So he was like a product evangelist or something like that. Or
sounds as though, yeah.
Gotcha.
And a fundraiser for Alzheimer's.
Ambassador for Walking with the Wounded.
Probably why Mark reposted him. Probably some military service.
Got it.
He, in fact, looks like in this photo he might be wearing a military sweater.
Right.
Can't quite tell. Okay. Interesting. I see a few more videos. I always want to see more videos.
How many videos does he have? He's only got 4 or 5.
It looks like just this one.
This may not be his main social platform either. It could be that he's on YouTube.
It may not be. I just thought it would be fun to look at. The adventure title caught my eye.
So he's doing Instagram Reels because you can see he reposted the Reels. Trust in what you do, but trust the timing. And feel it. Anytime that I put pain in music, my rate increases. When I wait.
Okay, maybe not my musical choice.
British rap. No, it's British rap. You can hear the accent. Very interesting.
I know, it is very
but he is repurposing from Instagram because he's got it so that an Instagram Reel downloads automatically to his phone, and he's just repurposing it because the logo is down in the lower left corner.
Right.
Yeah.
I bet Instagram is his jam.
Probably
so.
All right. Well, we're out of time for today.
Oh, well.
I'm
glad I can contribute in a very small way.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. Tomorrow's Wednesday, as always, follows Tuesday.
It does. Miércoles en español.
So tomorrow is
website Wednesday. It's wonderful Website Wednesday or
Yeah.
Wicked Wednesday.
Website Wednesday, as we'd say in New England.
Wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome.
All right.
Website.
So that's it for social today. And